Hello there.
So last episode, Mr. Dominic got sent to the Shadow Realm, or the Attic, whatever you want to call it. Same thing in my eyes from what I saw. It's the same thing, okay? It's the same thing. But yeah, he got sent to the Shadow Realm and he was revealed to be the spy in the House of Love. So I don't know how it's a House of Love or what they're doing in that joint, but it is what it is. But this show is picking up. It's been picking up for a while, and last episode was a banger. So it's your boy Elie Moses, your 23-year-old law and film senior show shooting your shot, baby. And today we are up to episode 10, I believe, of Dollhouse, finally hitting the double-digit mark. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's in store because you guys are saying in the comment section that my hype is contagious, and I hope it is contagious because I'm hyped up. It's currently 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I was up at 5. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm recording. Let's get the grind on. Let's get this reaction on. Hopefully you guys can have a good time. Hopefully I can have a good time. Let's go.
Get what you can out of him about the NSA and have Topher prep him for the attic. Do it.
Yo, the wit channeled her inner Palpatine right there. Do it. But like, listen, I'm gonna say, you know how you guys like my Buffy and Angel predictions when I tend to predict stuff, and I really enjoyed doing that, whether I was far off or right on track or, you know, a little bit of both. But with this show, I'm gonna reserve from predicting anything because from what I saw with the Melly situation, with the Vase words literally triggering her into a John Wick Chapter 5 scenario, I'm not gonna guess anything else because that could happen to anyone in this. And I predicted about 2 or 3 episodes ago that you don't know who's a byproduct of this dollhouse. Maybe even DeWitt is a puppet of this bigger institution. Maybe a bigger player will come into play, say some words, and activate DeWitt for all we know. That's why, like, no one is safe in this dollhouse. Like, not even Boyd, in my opinion. Even though Boyd seems like the hero type thing who's protecting Echo and seems like he's got his wits about him and is aware about the nature of the dollhouse, I still don't I'm still like not 100% confident in him being just a normal human from the outside, keeping the secrets of the dollhouse. I don't know if they'd want to risk that, the bigger players at stake here. That's just my opinion. You guys are probably laughing and smiling at the, oh, look, Elie, he's predicting. Oh, you're right, you're wrong. But yeah, I don't know at the moment because anyone, for all we know, besides like Echo is obviously she's an active, she's a doll. We know a bit of her past and we've been seeing that. But anyone else? I don't know. I feel like with what the Melly situation happened with her in November, whatever you want to call it, it opens the door for just anyone being a doll or an active. Even the same with Victor when he was the Russian dude and you thought in the first couple episodes, oh, this guy's just the individual Ballard is using to get information out of him. Turned out to be a doll. So I'm not going to make any vast predictions because for all we know, Mr. Dominic could come back as well. Like, have a resurgence. I don't know.
Margaret, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. You're dead.
Okay. Roll credits? Ah! That's the earliest the credits have ever come up, I swear. I like the opening title song. Let's go.
Come on. We've got a funeral to go to. Then maybe you can help me wrap this up.
I've never heard someone so excited to go to a funeral.
Wrap this up? Your life? Well, I thought maybe I'd solve my murder.
Okay, so from what I'm getting here, DeWitt's friend died, and she downloaded her friend's consciousness into Echo to get some sort of maybe clarity to solve her murder and some finality to it. Is that what's happening here? Because she just gave her friend more life like the Drake album. Like, what the heck? How can the moral questions and ethical dilemmas in this show that it keeps presenting are crazy. And you get to see how, I don't know if it's messed up DeWitt is or like, just like, you know, the abuse of power. I don't know. Like, is this show, man? Like, damn, you gotta be some messed up people to like, you know, my friend died. I'm gonna download my friend's consciousness, use the workplace to my advantage, and put her in the body of another individual who I see on a daily basis act out other individuals. Man, you know the amount of Oscar-worthy performances that go on in this institution right here? Like, you gotta be some individual to keep putting on an act for someone that's not really them, if that makes sense. Oh, like, oh. It's 7 in the morning. Allow it.
The autopsy said it was a massive heart attack. I was perfectly healthy and ridiculously wealthy.
Oh,
And
bars.
wealth can be a dangerous thing to have.
You suspected this might happen?
When I was 3, my
Is
man
Echo
put ground
Margaret
glass
from
in
the
my
beginning of
nap
the
time
episode?
snack.
You had the scan so you could come back and solve your own murder.
I like a puzzle.
Are you certain you're ready for this?
Of course. Come on, let's go in. I used to say I'd be late for my own funeral, but I didn't mean it.
Oh, yeah, it is Margaret. Yeah.
Welcome. We're here to remember a very special woman. Margaret Bashford wasn't the first of that name. She was a...
Let me introduce you to the
I'm
family.
sorry. I keep thinking of the movie Death at a Funeral. Do you guys know that movie? I'm sorry. I just keep thinking about that movie. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it just came to my mind, but I just keep thinking of it. But the thing I find interesting in this situation is that the wit is sort of Echo's handler right now, if that makes sense, or if I'm right in this situation, because obviously Boyd's head of security, but it's funny how the wit is gone sort of not off duty, but on duty per se, like out of the office and into the environment, into the workforce, or like very practical hands-on situation where she's the handler now for Echo in this situation, unless there's someone in backup, but she seems to be the handler here.
Running her
What do you have
husband's
right, you
interests after his death, she became
Over
one of the
there?
first American
Nicholas and Jocelyn.
Oh my God. Your children.
Nigel continued
Watching them go through this.
One buries one's parents. Unpleasant, but natural. Let's focus.
I reckon it was the kids.
like her namesake.
Someone started.
Or the husband. It could have been the husband.
Jack. You never met my husband, did you?
He is young.
When I met him, I stopped becoming such a regular customer at the Dollhouse.
I can see why.
I was a lucky woman.
This is an interesting episode. I actually like the concept. Life after death, as Boyd was saying.
Yes. Tell me you got Speed Force 3.
And downloaded the bonus maps.
Pizza?
On its way. Beer in the fridge.
Dude.
Oh, I've also got this new kind of battleship game I invented.
Did he
with
just-
real explosions?
What,
Did he just create the perfect nerd friend?
My man.
Appetizers.
Oh, fair play, Topher.
Get ready to have your ass kicked and possibly lose an eye.
Hey, everyone's abusing the workforce. Oh, that's the old Xbox 360. Let's go. But everyone's abusing the workplace,
We're
using
better
it to their
cook than you think.
advantage. My guy is gathering DNA evidence.
You don't seem like an old friend.
Your mother.
You knew Nana?
Right now, we should be drinking
I wasn't where you'd stop.
to Margaret, to the woman she was, and to all she left behind.
Split 3 ways.
Yeah, they're too interested in the,
I know
in the
Margaret
will.
was guarded, but she did have a soft side.
She left him the horses. She knew he didn't know anything about them, didn't care about them, but he got them instead of money.
Don't you think? No.
It's always about
That's
money.
because she treasured the horses and she trusted him.
Well, I'm glad that she's not around to see how he's taking that.
What do you expect?
They were in love.
Julia, I know we're being terribly shocking, and you're being charmingly loyal. But you may want to brace yourself. You may be here to mourn Margaret Bashford. But the rest of us, we just live here.
I love that shot of her with the painting in the background of Margaret.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm trying to comfort you.
You know what? I like that.
What?
Inside, she told me that she cried over all your pains.
Don't tell me Nicholas is gonna get with
And
Julia,
She
aka his mother.
thought all the time about what it was like when you were small and she could hold you, and how proud she was when you grew into this handsome, confident man.
He leaning in for the kiss. Man, that is not allowed.
Whoa!
That is not
Well,
allowed.
gonna-
I don't.
That is not allowed.
I
That
don't
is,
think so.
that is not allowed.
No?
No, I'm
Okay.
okay.
Well, I mean, it seemed like you wanted to.
No,
Subconsciously?
no,
You said you wanted to comfort me.
not with my tongue.
You also checked out my body. I saw that.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Okay. Well, this is a new personal worst for me.
I'm so sorry. I had too much wine. Look,
Wait, is that a violation of Echo's body or like Caroline's body then with the... Oh man, I'm just gonna... You know what I'm trying to say. It's like the Buffy body swap with Faith as well. It happened as well in Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, when I said about the moral questions and ethical dilemmas this show poses, there's another one of them. I like what Margaret was trying to do to her kids. You know, the kids thought they were probably going to have it easy and be spoon-fed the entire life. But she's like, no, you got to work for it. You're not just going to get the inheritance when I please. Like, obviously, probably they'll get it when she passes and dies. But you got to work for it. You can't just sit on your ass all day. You got to work for yourself. You got to create your own life. You're not just going to sit back and, you know, live off the life I've created for myself at the moment. No, you work for it, and then at the end, obviously, when I die, then maybe. It is what it is. But yeah, I like Margaret. Hard mother. Let's go, Margaret.
What, she did?
leaving you the horses. It was her way of saying she knew you weren't in this for the money.
Man, fuck the horses. I want the cash. I'm joking.
So you get it?
The horses, her real loves, my reward.
Her real... No, that's...
You were with them tonight, weren't you? They call me a killer or just a gold digger.
Killer, why would they say that?
Search me. Inheritance like I got? Not exactly worth killing for, is it?
Ugly. I love these people, but I don't like them. One of them... Oh, God.
Killed you?
Am I being paranoid?
You spent a year and a half having regular painful brain scans because you thought someone was going to murder you. So, paranoid is still a contender.
If they did.
Someone heard that, yeah? I should have stayed dead, yeah? Oh, who the mysterious person? Who is it?
It's the ultimate quest. Christianity, most religion, morality doesn't exist without the fear of death.
I'm not planning on presiding over the end of Western civilization. This is a one-time situation.
You know
Bull
that
crap.
you're asking her to voluntarily die when the time comes.
Well, if she resists, I have a new head of security who handles that kind of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You do it once, what's stopping you from doing it again? If it
Still
succeeds the
help,
first
okay.
time.
Follow the money.
That's not easy.
It is when the money runs. I've looked into the horses. One of them, King's Ransom, was a Derby contender not long ago.
So the husband stands to make a bundle.
So does the buyer. I thought I'd send someone to take a look around the stables. A breeder with a naturally curious streak.
George Hilton. Glad to meet you. Thanks for coming all the way out here.
You got some fine incentives.
Yes, I do. One in particular.
Hope you've been treating them right. Fine horse like that.
Oh, fresh water, fresh oats, and barbecue on the weekends.
Who among us could ask for more? So, this place been in your family long?
I mean, she could have been smart leaving the horses for him because one of the horses could have been, yeah, a good racetrack horse. Yeah, and made him a fortune off that instead. Ooh. Maybe Margaret knew what she was doing.
Hey,
But no, I think it was out of love.
go away. You're right. That was very bad of her.
It's funny
I
seeing
don't know what to
Margaret
say.
All
slip
of her
up.
lectures about being practical, and then she throws herself at some little tropical cookie she picked up in Manila.
He is my age.
Some tropical...
He
Jocelyn.
played her like a fool. He spent her money, and he probably slept with every woman who stepped foot in this place.
Did he... Tell me, did he ever try...
With me? God, no. Although I wouldn't put it past him. If you don't believe me, go talk to him. When your ass hits the sheets, you'll know.
Maybe
I spent my whole life watching her being, tough. And it was okay that she didn't let me in because she didn't let anyone in. Now there's you.
Is she gonna try and put her body on the line with Jack? Margaret it's so Margaret as Echo, like. How did you get into the building?
I shouldn't do this.
I got prints on someone who might be a missing person.
You got prints on someone who might be a doll, you mean?
They are missing people, you know. They just don't know it.
Polly Keller.
Oh my God.
They're gone.
What just happened?
Wow. You just got wiped.
I just started to believe you.
You just got wiped. You got played. Is it me or would Topher and Sierra in this situation
Can we play with the sleepies?
really work in the
Come
Big
on,
Bang
Topher.
Theory?
We could have them battle one another and bet on them like gladiators.
We can't play with the sleepies.
Or we could have them act out skits we write, film it, and see who gets more hits on YouTube.
That's not a bad idea, but no. Want to play chess?
A variant? Oh, flying chess.
Excellent. But how about every time you lose a piece, you drink?
Sounds good.
Love how Topher just created a play date. Like, literally.
She seemed very devoted to you.
Yeah.
Jack talking like John Wick.
Was it hard
What?
Yeah.
being married to someone older? A man like you would have options.
I mean, that's
Hey, I saw the way he looked down on her.
Maybe you didn't exercise those options.
He scanned her body.
Maybe you waited very patiently until you were free.
Which of them hired you? But I know a spy when I see one.
Oh, Jack.
What are you trying to find out? If I killed her, or if I'm onto the person who did? Either way, what you're doing is sick. Wearing her perfume, trying this summer stock seduction.
I think Jack actually loved her.
You working for Nicholas?
And
Jocelyn?
it possibly is the kids putting an Oscar-worthy performance.
Tell them I'm selling the horses because I can't stand the constant reminder of the woman I love. They want a real bad guy. Tell them to look at dear old Uncle Bill.
The drunk guy? You know what? I didn't think Uncle Bill because he was drunk, so...
He just came for the funeral.
She just looked in my face, and I looked in hers, and we just both knew there was no reason to stay mad. Here's to you, Margaret.
It's funny, there's like a mini whodunit episode as well. I just watched Clue the other day.
Well, I guess I was the lucky one. Nicholas would be coping with this better if he'd talked to her about his debts and all that. Addiction. Not for the faint of heart.
Could be it is the kids, man. It's funny how Julia, is it Julia?
All men are guilty until proven dead.
Are they having a Nerf war? Oh no, laser tag! That's mad!
Hope in the fight against
Okay, listen. You know how usually, like, when I worked at the cinemas, alright, you use the workplace, okay, you like, I don't want to say, alright, the friends helped each other out, alright, at the cinemas, that's what I'm going to say. Like, the workplace was fun, and we had fun in the workplace, okay? This is taking advantage of the workplace right here. Using the resources at the workplace to your advantage and having fun with it. And this is what Topher is doing. He's like, you know what? It's a quiet day at the office. I'm going to generate the perfect nerd friend and just have a blast of a day. Like, and now they're playing laser tag in the dollhouse. And it seems like the only priority mission at the moment is the Wits one with Echo, and you know, trying to have some, or trying to solve this murder mystery and have some sort of clarity and finality to Margaret's life as she, you know, tries to see where her family was at the time of her death, or like what their opinions of her were, and trying to, you know, I guess instill a little bit of belief and hope, or like, you know, some understanding about why the relationship ended the way it was, or how things came to be. But then at the moment you have the transition to the dollhouse, and it's just a full-on laser tag session and like a nerdy day out, and it's just total fun. But this episode's been interesting so far, and it makes you think, like, and wonder about the capabilities of the dollhouse. If they're able to imprint someone's conscious after death into someone, it's just, yeah, crazy. It's crazy. It's like a very serious episode, and then it cuts to this, and it's just like a very different tone. It's just more fun.
I told you I've got your back.
The quickest way to a man's heart is through his back.
I'm sending you back to the future of being dead. This one's going nowhere.
What are we at?
Tied up. Best of 7?
11.
Paul,
Really?
I like being with you. I love it, actually.
I'm sensing a November coming
You
in
say
now.
everything's fine, so I'm going to stop asking if it is. It doesn't have to mean anything.
Paul, man, you just got hypnotized. Biggie Small style. I think Paul said effort.
I'll see more.
What if it was one of Jack's friends from the beginning? Maybe. But I don't know.
Strange. He
It's
doesn't
probably-
like most people.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Do you think I wouldn't recognize my own mother?
Yeah.
Mother.
When I said it was the kids in the beginning, it's always the.
Honestly, it's a relief. I couldn't tell a soul what was going on. It was proving difficult. How did you know?
You got the cop out, the cop out, the cop out, the
like
cop
the way
out.
you moved.
Alright, listen. I'm gonna stop predicting anything in this show. I give up. No, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. You know what? Nah, I'm not giving up. You know what? The champ is here. You know what? The champ is here. You know what? I'm the king of predictions. Give me my belt. Give me my belt. No, give me the belt. I'm the champion. I don't care. I'm wearing the belt the whole reaction. That's it. I'm the champion of predictions. I don't care. I'm not resigning. I'm not resigning. Give my belt.
The other night when you're trying to go to bed in your old room. Same routine as always. You check the shutters, flip the light switch down the hall that's impossible to find. Nobody knows where it is but you. The Dollhouse. In Manhattan, right? I am a customer.
Oh.
What? So are you. We're all adults here. Sort of. I didn't use it for anything like this. I mean, life after death. I never even considered that.
I only ever wanted you to be happy.
You know what? This show is pretty good at twists and turns. I'm not gonna lie, like really good cop outs, and it makes you think immediately, because there's a lot of money involved, inheritance. You immediately think kids or family with the murder, and then just when you think, you know what, Jack possibly, you know what, maybe it was a heart attack. Maybe she did die of natural causes, and instead of solving her murder, she's just solving, or, you know, not solving anything, but sort of, you know, providing a little bit of clarity to her kids. Nicholas already figured out that through the dollhouse, she was able to, you know, save her conscious and imprint it in another body. So maybe instead of solving her murder, she's sort of healing that relationship with the kids, or providing them with a sense of clarity after her passing that they didn't have when she was there. Maybe there isn't going to be no murderer, and in the end of the day, she just died of natural causes. It was a heart attack, and people gotta learn to live on with this.
I'm your mother. I'm supposed to bear your burdens.
You were taken from me too soon.
Smart boy. You suspect that too.
Look, he's supposed to be worth over $4 million. Go.
Oh, so it is Jack. Man.
Think you can hustle me?
Oh, what the hell do you mean?
King's ransom has been juiced. Anabolic steroids, stimulants, enough to make his heart pop.
Why don't I just walk out there and let him kill me twice? I'm dead anyway.
Because you can prove that he did it. You can give him the punishment that he deserves.
Yo. Jack the Ripper. Yo, it seems like Nicholas didn't have any worries in stabbing Jack. Listen, this show is the king of Oscar-worthy performances, okay? I do not know who's putting on an Oscar-worthy performance. That's why I'm gonna just let it roll until the credits, and then we'll have our clarity. Like freaking Margaret is trying to find clarity on her murder, I'm trying to find clarity on this episode.
If I went in...
She has a new handler. You're going to have to get used to it.
Woo!
Yes, I guess I am. One other thing, Miss DeWitt. Are you aware of this Topher situation?
Yes. There's no need to address the issue with him. I allow him one of these diagnostic tests every now and again.
Well, I guess Topher can make friends.
Loneliness leads to nothing good. Only detachment.
I feel sad for Topher, man.
People who most need to reach out to the people least capable of it. It only happens once a year.
See, look at this. Topher's only allowed one of these diagnostic tests once a year. So think about it. He's trapped in this institution or this facility constantly, 24/7, similar to Dr. Saunders. I think hers is a choice to be there. Or Topher, I'm not sure. Does Topher live in the dollhouse, or does he come and go each day and he only knows the secret of the location and they have to check in every day and things like that? I guess that hasn't been revealed fully yet. But it seems like Topher has no friends outside and things like that. And I kind of feel sad for him because he's obviously had an amazing play date this episode. And you can tell it's probably like one of the days of his life he's having. He's got the best friend, who's basically the most compatible girl he could have. And in terms of like using the facilities to your advantage, Miss DeWitt as well is not like she's prone to it as well. She's not immune from it. Like you saw the episode previously with Victor, and who knows if she does that once a week, once a month. It seems like she does it more than once a year. But it seems like because like you're working at the dollhouse, you can't have any friends and you can't tell anyone about this place, otherwise they'd be in danger. It compromises your social life and just your life in general. So I guess you need that, but like once a year is not enough. Like, this is a fascinating show, I'll tell you that.
A letter from Margaret Bashford in her own handwriting, written a week ago and hidden somewhere in this room.
Nikki, that's brilliant.
Great letter says that he'd do it, when he'd do it, and how he'd do it.
Seems like Nikki's trying to cover up his tracks.
The jury's gonna eat this up.
I think Jack was deeply in love.
It's all here. How he'll use the same masking agent he's been doping the horses with to... Jack didn't know much about them.
We have to hurry. Let's find a place to hide it.
How would he learn how to drug a racehorse?
He must have had help.
The gambler!
It's hard to find someone with that type of knowledge, you know? He must have,
The gambler! The gambler knows. It's always the kids!
Oh, mother.
Dumbass.
You could never let things lie.
Give him my money. Give him my money. The Universal Champion for a reason. Where did he get the shotgun from? What? He took a gun to the face and just fought back like that? Where is Echo's handler in this situation? Should have gone for the head. He went for the head. There we go.
Darling, are you all right?
Killed my wife.
Jack, are you all right?
He murdered Margaret. He killed my wife. Didn't know the truth about her son. It would have killed her.
About that.
It did.
In any case, that means more for everybody else. Yay.
She adjusted the will.
Mother wrote this.
The dollhouse can do anything.
That was pretty crazy last night. I don't know if I can handle it all the time, but I kind of liked it. Not all the time, though. So you're gonna do more hunting today? For dollhouse clients?
I found one.
Yeah, she lives with me. Let's go, Jack! My guy, Jack the Cougar! Woo!
But I've had my turn. And the people I love are moving on. Besides,
Nicholas ain't moving on.
I know you, Adele. You're too much like me. I wouldn't have gotten as far as the airport.
All right, everyone's had their fun.
I see my whole life flash before my eyes.
Every single moment.
It's like everyone's had their fun now. Back to business. That's it. Back to reality. I mean, what even is reality with this show anymore? Hey, it was the kid. I guess it was the kid. It was the kid. After 100 guesses. Hey, that was an interesting episode. Like, the concept of, like, life after death. And this show keeps, you know, throwing just moral questions at you that you try to process during the episode, but at the same time it's hard because you're processing the events of the episode and you're trying to solve this mini murder mystery. I'll tell you one thing about this episode. I don't know if it was me, but I felt like the pacing was pretty slow in my opinion. Like, I liked the episode, but I felt like that episode felt longer than 50 minutes. It felt like a mini movie in my opinion. It felt like 60-70 minutes in my opinion. I don't know if that's because I was pausing a little bit, but no, it's not because of that. I think it just felt long in general, that episode. It felt like it dragged on a little bit. I think they wanted to keep you guessing, I guess, in terms of like who did this, and there was like a couple of situations where, okay, it's not him anymore, he's safe or she's safe, and then, you know, it'd go full 360 on that situation where you thought that person was safe but they weren't, because you had the situation of Nicholas bawling his eyes out to his mother, understanding that the dollhouse was used to, guess, revive her consciousness in, is it Joyce's body? And like at that moment you think, oh, it is Nicholas, it's not Nicholas, he's safe. And then Jack is sort of like freaking serial killer mode with the lighting, with the shovel, and you think, oh, it's Jack. But then the show had one more trick up its sleeve with Nick trying to sort of, you know, tie up or sort of like, you know, clean up his tracks quickly, because with the letter, everything moving on real quick, and obviously it's Margaret inside of Joyce's body there, or Echo's body, and she was gonna pick that up real quick, and yeah, ended up being Nicholas. But it was a pretty cool episode. I felt more invested in the Topher situation with Sierra and him having sort of like a play date, and yeah, it was just more character development for, I guess, DeWitt as well, and Topher. This episode, Echo, it's Echo. We've seen enough of Echo, but I feel like DeWitt and Topher were the stars of this episode, even though Topher wasn't in it that much, but you kind of felt sorry for him. And then obviously you had the Ballard situation. That guy's a ticking time bomb. But Eliza Dushku once again is fantastic in this role. Like, she's crazy. She's really crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to episode 10 of Dollhouse, titled Haunted. Yeah, this lighting was peeing me off the entire episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was good. 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 As always, video advisors, take care. God bless. Peace.